What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight, and today I have my Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile for you guys. Yes, of course, this is updated with the brand new ban list that came out this month in September 2020, and of course, too, we finally have Dragoon in English, so we might as well use him while we have him, because I have a feeling maybe in the next couple of ban lists, there's a chance he'll probably get hit just like happened over in Japan. But yes, of course, like I said, this is all updated. Red Eyes is one of my favorite cards to use in the game too, my favorite monster in the game, so I've been wanting to do this deck profile for a while, so if you enjoy, hit that like button if you want to see more deck profiles too, because they don't always do the best on my channel, but I still enjoy doing these videos, so let your voice be heard if you want to see more in the future. And yeah, let's go on ahead and start talking about the cards. Alright, so starting us off, obviously, you gotta have 3 of Red Eyes Black Dragon. I'm going to my original artworks because that's honestly my favorite. It's the first, holographic card I had back in the day. So you gotta go with those. They're awesome. You use them for fusions and everything. Duh, it's a Red Eyes deck, right? Then, of course, one of Dark Magician. Because of Dragoon, you gotta have a Dark Magician. Most decks out there are gonna have at least one of each of these and some Red Eyes fusions, so they can even have Dragoon. So, really obvious on that again, right? Of course, then after that, I'm also using one of Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon, basically giving us another Red Eyes monster, and also 2 of Red Eyes Alternative Black Dragon. Again, it's like having more Red Eyes for you, so it's like we have 6 Red Eyes Black Dragons in the deck instead of just 3. So, with more of them, you have more, you can use for materials on fusions, and depending on the fusion, I guess, really, and, easy to bring out monsters, because with Red Eyes anyway, in this deck, you can bring out, like, all the forms and everything so easy, it's pretty ridiculous. So having these is basically another play set of Red Eyes for the deck is really good. An alternative anyway can hold his own and has some amazing effects too. So again, he's stupid easy to bring out. Then of course after that, 3 Black Metal Dragon. This is a searcher basically for you. It can give you a little bit of a power up. It's a monster that can equip to your other monsters, give them that boost. But also too, mainly it's great for searching because when it is destroyed, you go for that Red Eyes fusion. That's what you do. You want to get that as quickly as possible, especially if you can get that first turn, you get out Dragoon. I mean, that's how this deck works. Red Eyes Fusion means you get one of the strongest monsters in the game. Boom. You're all set. So that's why you use it. Then, of course, 2 of Red Eyes Baby Dragon. Again, another card that can help us get Red Eyes out a little bit easier. He kind of adds to the consistency in getting what we need. Works well, of course, with also having, things like Gearfried, which we'll show here in a little bit, and using like Slash Dragon, one of the fusions. And, of course, even Red Eyes Alternative. We have another Red Eyes monster that we can use to bring it out. So it just kind of helps with all those different strategies, and basically, another way to bring out a Red Eyes is always a good thing. And speaking of course, 2 of the Blackstone of Legend. This is, again, your instant card. You bring it out, you get Red Eyes afterwards. That's how it works, as how it always has worked, and another way to bring out Red Eyes, you're all set. Also one of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Not as powerful as he used to be, unfortunately, but he's still good. He's still good in anything dragons, and especially with Red Eyes, obviously, he's going to come in handy for you. I thought I would use the new artwork. I have plenty of holo ones, but I like this new artwork. I just wish it was actually holographic, right? I know, first world problems. But yeah, plain and simple, this card is still a good card. It's still a monster. May not be as powerful as it used to be, but it's still a must-have. Then, of course, one of Gearfried, the Red Eyes Iron Knight, and also one of Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact. Basically, we're using these so we have access to both of the fusions. We want Slash Dragon, we want Meteor Dragon, because those are both really good fusions to have access to. So, I like them for both of those reasons. And again, with like Alternative and everything too, they still come in handy for you, because they're Red Eyes monsters, and they aren't like just in the way. Now for other dragons that just help us with our Red Eyes, I am using 3 of Noctovision Dragon. This is really good because basically whenever one of your dragons is special summoned, this card can be special summoned. So it's another level 7 dark dragon that you can easily bring out, and that can help you with like Xyz summoning, but also too, if you link summon using this card, you can draw a card from that. So this can also help you get set up. Maybe you want to go for the Predaplant, then use its effect to get Red Eyes Fusion, or whatever you want to go for on that. And also another one that seems random but works well is 2 of Tinny Spirit Vishuda. I know, it's a Tinny card, so you're like, why am I using this in a Tinny deck? But, again, it's another one of those cards that works really well with Red Eyes. It's a dark dragon, easy to special summon, again, helping you go for like Red Eyes Flare easily if you want to go for an Xyz summon, more monsters out there to link summon, whatever you want to do. but also it's still useful in the graveyard. It can help you get rid of some of your opponent's back row and stuff as well. So I really like this card for that reason, and again, it's mainly there because getting Red Eye's Flare is still really powerful. You can like swarm the field with that. Think about it, Red Eye's Flare, Dragoon out there, your opponent's going to be crying, and this is another way to help you do that, so I recommend it for that reason. Alright, now of course moving on with our spell cards, obviously you gotta have 3 of Red Eye's Fusion, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. Again, it's part of the whole combo. What is the combo you asked to bring out probably the strongest monster in Yu-Gi-Oh right now? Have Red Eye's Fusion in your hand, that's all you need, to be your only card in your hand. Use its effect, boom, okay? Then you send Dark Magician and Red Eyes from your hand or deck to the graveyard, so I don't care if they're in your hand or deck, we'll say deck for just the, for this little combo. Boom, send them away, and oh look, Dragoon. There's your combo. I mean, seriously, that's how you win with this deck. I mean, that's how you use it to bring out Dragoon so easily. It's stupid. It really is stupid how easy it is to bring out this card. I don't think they really understood how strong they were making this. But with a card like this, it is so easy to bring out a Dragoon or any of the fusions. And basically with this deck, you're just trying to get that, your opening hand, or as quickly as possible to bring out your Dragoon. That's your strategy. There you go. Then, of course, to help even search for it, I am having 3 of Red Eye's Inside. Again, it's a searcher for Red Eye's cards, it's a searcher for Red Eye's Fusion. Of course, too, I am running 3 of Return of the Dragon Lords. This is basically your Monster Reborn, because, again, we're dealing with high-level dragons, and this can also protect them. So, just like with Blue Eyes, it works good in Red Eyes as well. Then, of course, 3 of Allure of Darkness. It's a good draw engine. We got a lot of dark monsters, obviously, dark dragons and stuff, so Allure is good for that. And also 2 of Cards of Red Stone. That is your Red Eyes draw card as well. And there's plenty of targets to get rid of Red Eyes to draw those 2 cards. So both of these help us draw our cards and get what we need as quickly as possible. Then, of course, 1 of Monster Reborn. I've debated on switching this out for Harpy's Feather Duster. If you want to think of Harpy's Feather Duster as being in the side deck, even though I'm not doing a side deck for this video, think of that. Because Harpy's Feather Duster is, it's finally off the ban list for us. We can use it. It's really good. But a lot of decks right now aren't using a ton of back row. So I feel like it kind of depends on the meta. And the only trap I'm running to is 3 of Infinite Impermanence. I'll just go ahead and show them right here. It's good to have, it's a hand trap for us, and there you go. I mean, Impermanence still really comes in handy. I hope to see a reprint on this soon too. If you don't have one of these, you could probably just throw in like 3 Ash Blossoms or something if you want a cheaper option, which, yeah, Ash Blossom, a cheaper option, actually is these days. Who knew? But yeah, you can go with something like that too if you want to save a little bit of money, because I know Impermanence is pretty expensive last time I checked, and hopefully it's going to reprint sooner than later. Alright, and of course now for the extra decks. So starting us off, we have, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. A little bit of a good boss monster. You probably heard decent things about him. You really only need 1. You could run a couple if you wanted to, maybe throw another Dark Magician if you wanted to. But yeah, I mean, you only really need 1. You get on the field, it's like masterpiece for a lot of different decks out there. It's a monster that's hard to get rid of. It has weaknesses though, obviously too. It's not unbeatable. There's always a weakness to boss monsters, and it usually is the kaijus. So if you're having trouble, your friends are using this card, heck, even they're using this deck against you, kaijus, there you go. You'll be fine. Then of course, a Meteor Black Comet Dragon, also another really good fusion, and same with Red Eyes / Dragon. So both of those are just good other options to have because our Red Eyes fusions, and if you've already brought out Dragoon, there are other good options that you can bring out. Of course, now with our Exceed monsters, I am running 3 of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This finally got a reprint, so it's not as expensive as it was. It's still amazing. I mean, it's probably one of the best Rank 7 Exceed monsters out there. And obviously, when you're using Red Eyes, it's better because you can revive more Red Eyes. You're doing that burn damage too. It's really powerful. And then we also have number 11, Big Eye, because all these level 7s, Big Eye's probably the best rank 7, so I go for that as well. It's like him and Flare Metal are like the best ones, so you kind of want to have both options for you. And then, of course, for Link Summoning, we have 1 of Link Karibo, just easy to bring out, comes in handy. 1 of Predaplant Verde Anaconda. You could go with 2 of these. I feel like it's overkill. I feel like in most cases you're not going to need 2. If you have the second one, sure, I guess you could in case you're worried about something, but honestly, you're only really going to use 1 and then you're kind of all set. So you're probably good, and it's getting up in price, I think, too, so yeah. Then, of course, 2 of the Guard Dragons, we have LP and Pisty. Anything with dragons, you want to have the Guard Dragons still. We can't have Agripane anymore, but we still have these 2. They come in handy. Of course, one of Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn, just good options for anything that involves, you have some extra space and link monsters and stuff. Those are good options for you. One of Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spears. Again, anything with dragons, and especially if you're going with that guard dragon, you want this. So it's a good option. I mean, again, we don't have Aggro Pain anymore, but we still have that. And then last but not least, we also have Access Code Talker. This card's still relatively expensive. I think we'll get a reprint sooner than later. This is probably one of the better high link monsters out there right now, but if you don't have one, you don't want to spend that money, you want to have a little bit more budget friendly, you can go with something like Borload or Boral Sword. One of those two link monsters could be other options, a little cheaper options for you as well. So yeah, Access Code Talker is really good because we link summon fairly easily, and the more links that you've gone through and have in your graveyard, the stronger this guy gets. So he is like probably the new Boral Sword these days. I see more people running, but again, if you want more budget friendly, Boral Sword's still good, obviously. That hasn't changed. And yep, there you go. That is my Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. So of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Red Eyes is again one of my favorite monsters, so I'm so happy to see that this deck works as great as it does, and especially with Dragoon. Seriously, we have like the strongest boss monster now in the game. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's a lot of fun to use, and yeah, just let me know what's worked for you guys too, and if you want to see more deck profiles in the future, like and subscribe and all that, and of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.